Okay, this is Adam. I'm here with Jen, Jesse. Okay, welcome to our first episode of Cosplay Ninjas. This past weekend, we went to Houston, the Comicpalooza 2014. We made a few different costumes. I was Venom on the first day, Leonardo on the second, and Green Lantern on the third.
I was Daredevil on Saturday and Batgirl on Sunday.
I only dressed up one day. I dressed up on Saturday, and I was dressed up as Cyclops. Look me up.
Now, as far as Comicpalooza is concerned,
I think it was a lot bigger than last year.
it was
It
a
was
lot
like there
bigger
were a
than
lot more
last year.
dealers, there were a lot more artists. It was a pretty nice convention. They had it all spread out. They had that roller derby, which was kind of cool.
On Friday, what did we do on Friday?
On Friday, it was kind of a shorter day for us because we had plans to go watch the X-Men movie later on, which is great, by the way. Check it out. It was mostly us walking around normal because only Adam was dressed up.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of our shopping on those days. Spent a good amount of money, checked out everything they had to offer. Every now and then, Adam got stopped for some pictures. But for the rest of us, it was mostly just shopping and just trying to enjoy the event. And we spent most of the time just walking around, enjoying everything.
Yeah. Now on Saturday was a really busy day. Most people were dressed up in costumes on that day. A crap load more people were dressed in costumes.
Yeah.
If anybody was bringing like their big costume, they were going to bring it on Saturday, and we did see like a lot of the biggest costumes on Saturday. Also, that was also the day of the costume contest, which which was something that kind of brought the event down for us a little bit, just because it was very poorly ran.
It was hot garbage.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. What was it? Let's see. They changed the room like 2 or 3 times for us to wait in, and they had us, waiting in a room with no windows and nobody telling us when we were gonna go on. And then after like almost 2 hours in there, they moved us to the hallway, and then they started feeding us into the event room. The whole time there were people out there getting to watch some kind of pre-show or something. We have no idea what was going on because we weren't in there. We were in a room with no windows, and on top of that, like everybody who was going on stage, we were all the way in the back of the line. Everybody was going on stage. We didn't get to see their performances, so we can't even comment on how well their performances on stage were. All we got to see was like the 5 or 6 people who came on after us. But I will cut to some video real soon, interviewing some of the people waiting in line with us and their thoughts on the event itself. Okay, we're here in this room. We're herded together like a bunch of goddamn cattle. Steph, how long have we been waiting?
We have been waiting now almost 2 hours.
Look, now they're getting everybody stood up telling us we're about to go. Do you see anybody fucking moving? They think we're a bunch of assholes. This is Adam. I'm here in the line at Comicpalooza at the costume contest. We were just in a different room a few seconds ago, but then they officially moved us into this big ass line, into this hallway, and now we're waiting for the costume contest to start officially again.
Is this a better room?
I guess so. I guess it's a better room because now we can see an open door. That's our entertainment for the night, that big open door right there.
Is this like the 9 stages of heaven?
This is Odin right here.
Odin. Or it could be the 9 hells. Down to Nephilim.
Ian Malcolm, right? All right, man. This is Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Okay, say hello to the camera.
Hi, hello. I'm Ian, hello.
All right, I just want to ask you a couple of questions. One, besides this costume contest, how would you rate Comicpalooza so far?
It's good. I'd say it was great. It's good.
Out of 10? Out of 10?
Out of 10. Between 1 and 10, one being one of the numbers and 10 being the other. I'd have to give it. I would absolutely rate it out of 10.
A 10?
Absolutely. I would rate it out of 10. On a scale of 10.
On a scale of 10?
On a scale of 10, I would rate it. I would.
You would?
I absolutely would.
Okay. All right, now, what do you think of this costume contest so far?
Well, I'm worried. I've heard that they're wrapping it around. We've also been waiting for quite a while, and this line must contest.
Okay, what's your character? Wampa. He's a Wampa from Star Wars, right? Yeah, Star Wars. All right. I'm Leonardo. I'm an Ninja Turtle. Okay. All right. Now, so far, have you just gone to Comicpalooza today, or did you come yesterday?
I come today.
You just came today. So far, not including this, how would you rate Comicpalooza?
This year's better than last year.
Yeah, definitely. I came last year and it's much better. Yeah, definitely. Out of 10? Out of 10, what would you rate it?
I give it a 9.
9, that's exactly what I gave it. I definitely agree. Now, costume contest so far, as a participant, what would you rate it?
Like she knows this dude.
About a 7?
Wait.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the wait.
Hopefully when we get in there, it bumps it up a few points.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully.
My name is Salvador. I'm from Pandora.
Alright, I'm Leonardo. Obviously, I'm a Ninja Turtle.
That's
I'm
cool.
not a Care Bear, okay? Alright.
Not a bear.
First question. Besides the costume contest, how would you rate Comicpalooza so far?
Rated about...
Not including this experience.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah.
You don't want to know. I would say 8.7.
That's very high. I actually gave it a 9 myself. Okay?
8.76.
All right,
yes.
now costume contest. So far, as a participant, what would you rate it?
I don't know to answer that. But it has not been fun. We have some time left. Hopefully I can make the Rocky Picture Show. It's at 9. It is 8 something. We've been here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But hopefully the crowd is good and we get some good prices.
Yeah. Hopefully afterwards it might bump it up at least one number, at least 1 point.
Exactly. We
Okay?
might be less than 0.
All right. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go.
So we just got finished with the costume contest. We didn't win. Alright, we didn't win. Some of the ones we won, I think were pretty badass. Some of them, whatever. Okay. There was 3 craftsmanship awards, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. The 3rd place winner was a Robin, whose costume, I don't want to be as insulting or mean or anything, but it looked like it was bought at a Halloween store. Yeah, that's literally what it looked like. And it's definitely not worthy of 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place, or even an honorable mention, in my opinion. For 2 hours, we could not watch the actual show, but from the ones that I saw that went up there, I think the Wampa deserved their spot. The Wampa was pretty goddamn badass. Yeah. That was a great costume. Yeah, that was really cool. And, but I mean, 1st place, Star Trek, Doctor Who, I'm not really a fan of either one. I don't know what kind of skit they did. But from what I can tell you, I don't personally remember the Doctor Who character hanging out with the Star Trek people while we were waiting in the costume room. So, I mean, did they just tag along at the last second and, they got a free win? I don't know. It's really hard to judge. Okay, now, out of the costumes that we did see that obviously did not win 1st place, of all the costumes that did not win 1st place and the costumes that we did see, which ones do you think deserve to have been up there? I think definitely that Reaver definitely deserved to be up there.
Now, we're gonna move on to some top 5 lists. Okay, now these are going to be basically top five best costumes and top 5 worst costumes. So we will start off with top 5 worst costumes. Top 5 worst costumes.
Where's our little note?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where's
we
our
made
list?
little notes
Where's
on
our
this.
listing?
We all made our own little list of things.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit older, so it's harder to remember things. We have to write them down.
Okay.
Apologize about that.
I chose the tennis shoe Spider-Man. Okay, now
when I took the picture, he was really concerned about his tennis shoes coming out in the picture because he was walking around fully dressed like Spider-Man, but he had tennis shoes on. And mentioned to me, please do not get my feet in the picture, and I did anyway.
Let's see, Jesse, your number 5 was
Yeah, some guy. He had a costume. I don't really know what it was, to be perfectly honest. He had a bee on his head. Some kind of black coloring around his eye.
yeah. And what the hell is
His,
up with this?
his bodysuit looked like it's either 4 stacks of cheese.
It looks like a fucking
Or
accordion
it's
or
an
something.
accordion, yeah.
An accordion.
It's just very bizarre. I didn't know what it was, and because I didn't know what it was, this is my list, and I put him at number 5.
All right, Jen, who do you got as number 5?
I have the Thundercat, whatever Thundercat he was
Oh,
supposed to
is
be.
he supposed to be like Lion-O or
I
something?
have
like
no
that? Is that the
idea,
fucking
but
guy's
yeah,
name?
he was really crappy looking. His hair didn't look good. His makeup didn't look good, and then he wore glasses on top of that.
Granted, we don't know his whole situation. Maybe he can't afford contacts or what have you. But unfortunately, this is what we were presented with. This is what we saw. We were basing this purely on what we saw, and what we saw was a bad Thundercat costume.
Number 4 for me. The Green Ranger, the fucking Green
Oh
Ranger.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it looked like he spent all his time and money and effort on the chess piece, which it's not amazing, but it's not bad either. Clearly, he took some time on it, and then just put on clothes for everything else.
Yeah.
That's half-assed right there.
Yeah. Now, Jesse, you have him as number 4 as well, so we share that one in common.
Yes. I would have put him up higher, but I mean, some of the other ones.
I put him up higher.
I picked some of the other ones more of just me being an asshole necessarily.
All right, now Jen's number 4 is Sleepy Vader.
It looks like he's sleeping.
This guy wasn't.
Anyway.
He wasn't asleep. He was checking his fucking phone for message. He was looking at his phone.
To clear some of this up, the previous day he was dressed as Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. He had the spiked little hair, his little Saiyan costume, whatever. For whatever reason, the following day he wanted to be Vegeta Vader. He literally had the same thing on, everything the same with Vegeta, but he had half a helmet, half a Vader helmet, and he carried a lightsaber everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that idea came from, what he wanted to do with that, but that is the result: sleeping Vegeta Vader.
Number 3 on mine is fucking Walmart Green Lantern. that right there is a kid's mask.
That's
a
same
kid's
mask that you bought so you could get the ring.
Yeah. I bought that mask with the ring so I could get the light up ring, and I couldn't fit that fucking ring on my finger. But somehow he's wearing it on his finger. So either he altered it or he's got little fucking small baby hands or something, because I couldn't get that shit on my goddamn finger.
Definitely Walmart quality.
Yeah.
He's also my number 3.
That's right. That's Jen's number 3 as well.
And just for a disclaimer, if these are all personal opinions, if somebody wants to put our costumes on their shitty list, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Jesse's number 3 is Squishy Head Yoshi.
Let me tell you about Squishy Head Yoshi. Okay, first of all, Nintendo cosplay is not that hard to do. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's super easy.
They usually involve 1 or 2 things. Put on a hat, put on a dress, put on a wig if you need
overalls,
it. Yeah,
and a hat.
Yeah,
Overalls, hat,
and you're good to go.
Bam, you're good.
Unfortunately, it is what it is, and that's why I made it on my list.
Yeah,
Squishy Head Yoshi.
Squishy Head Yoshi, number 3. Number two. We're getting up there. We're getting close to the top. For number 2, I put Thundercats Lion-O on mine. So we already talked about him, but he's my number 2. I thought he was pretty fucking bad. I thought his face looked like a plastic mask, one of those fucking serial killer plastic masks. I don't know what the hell he was thinking with that goddamn thing. We'll go on to Jesse's number 2, which is fucking Banana Dick Deadpool.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy. Now, first of all, let me just a few thoughts on Deadpool right off the bat. A lot of people do Deadpool, and unfortunately, not a lot of them put a lot of effort into it. This looks stupid. It looks really dumb. It's literally him with the mask, probably just a regular red long sleeve shirt, and he has basketball shorts on.
Yeah, he had a bunch of props in the fucking penis part of the banana too. He was like pulling out props,
full of all kinds of inside jokes and references for Deadpool. And he was just pulling them all out.
Yeah, I mean, God. And why is he putting him in the fucking the penis part? He's and then Jen put Hoodie Green Ranger as her number 2.
Yeah,
so we've already gone
really
over that.
like
We've already gone over that goddamn scumbag. So he's her number 2.
Number 1.
All right, on to the number 1 spots. And I think everybody unanimously voted for the number 1 spot, and that is the Mystique and Man-Hulk.
I feel so terrible about it. I feel really bad about choosing them as my number 1, but theirs was so bad.
They're so. And, it's funny because they're probably who knows, they're probably like nice girls. They're probably nice people.
And you know what?
They wanted to dress. They wanted to dress up with everybody else.
And they seemed really nice.
And thumbs up for dressing up, but holy shit, these are bad fucking costumes. The Man-Hulk looks like she's wearing fucking exercise clothes from the 80s. 80s exercise clothes, and I swear the blue and the green, it looks like goddamn like that colored sunscreen for kids.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. The body paint that they used, if it even is body paint, was real spotty.
They should have just used bodies. They should have just used bodysuits. I mean, the work they put into that, they could have bought a $30 bodysuit and bam, just had a way better effect.
Yeah, unfortunately, like this is one of those costumes that they just made just a slight alteration, and they could actually come out pretty good.
Yeah.
But because they didn't, it's really bad, and it's really all in the body paint.
Yeah.
If that was fixed, if that was just addressed in some way, this would not be number 1 on the list. Hell, it might not even be on the list. Period.
Now, we all bought stuff at the convention, right? Jesse, tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that you purchased at the convention.
Most of the stuff I bought was Prince. I'm a very big fan of Prince. I see a piece of artwork, and if I love it, I'll buy it. Even if I just like it a little bit, I'll buy it. I've been trying to buy an equal amount of representation for all the characters I like. Not too much X-Men, not too much of any one character. I saw, quite a few, picked up quite a few. I also bought 2 League of Legends squid characters. They were basically Viger and Teemo, and they had little tentacles. Really cute, really adorable. I've also been on a plush buying spree lately, which is, I guess, why I bought them. I have quite a few plushes, and they just made it in there also. Yeah, and I also bought a Godzilla shirt.
Jen, what'd you get?
I bought a couple shirts. Yeah, I bought that too. I bought a couple shirts. Bought one for myself. I bought one of the prints that Jesse bought. Came in a 3-pack kind of deal. So I bought one with Shredder and Raphael, half and half their faces. Kind of cool, just so Adam can put it up in his room. I bought a necklace. It has a little cat fox looking thing. It was kind of cute. Bought that. And I bought a tentacle kitty, which is my favorite thing. It's a plush about yay big, pink, cute cat with tentacles. I named her Mara Squiddy.
And it's funny because the hesitation that came from that was you saying that it doesn't have any use. And
It doesn't,
I
no.
was like, Jen, everything we're buying here doesn't have any use.
It was $30 on a plush that I was never really gonna use, but it just I had to have it. It's just so darn cute, and I love kitties, and it's just squiddy.
I know for this convention, because I usually buy a crap load of prints. I buy a crap load of prints, and I have so many prints. I still have some in my room that I haven't put up. I put up plenty of them, but I need to put up the rest that I have. So my plan was to buy one big item, one expensive, awesome item. But besides my big item, did I buy anything else?
You had one print. Yeah, it was Venom and Carnage.
That's right. I got a Venom and Carnage print. That was a pretty badass print. And then my big thing that I got was this badass Rocksteady mask from Ninja Turtles. Awesome mask. It's just a huge latex mask. I'm gonna fill it with foam and hang it on the wall. Okay, on to the main list. All right. Now, this is just straight up best costumes overall.
Top 5 best costumes.
We have enough, insight, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to throw the word professionalism out there, but we definitely have enough courtesy to acknowledge that these people put forth that extra effort. These are costumes based purely on what they are, how good they are, how much they represent their source material, and we're just trying to point that out, acknowledge it, and just say these guys really brought it whenever it came.
Number 5.
Okay, now I'm gonna start with my number 5. My number 5 personally, I went with War Machine. War Machine. That was a sick ass costume. I only got to see it for a split second. I don't think the guy was there for that long. I mean, he must not have been there for that long, but he came in. He had a great War Machine costume. I didn't really see him walk into the convention very far, but he was right at the door. A lot of people were taking pictures with him. Of course, he was really packed with people. But we did manage to get a couple of pictures of him. But me personally, I only got to see him from the side. Jesse, for your number 5, you got the mutant scum guy. Yeah, that guy was tight. That guy was pretty awesome.
He was really cool. What he did was he took a picket sign, and on one side he had written "Die Muty Scum," and on the other one he put "X-Men killed my family."
Yeah.
This guy gets all my points for originality.
Yeah, definitely.
And what made it even better is that at the time, me and Stephanie were dressed up as actual X-Men.
Yeah.
So we ran right into him. As soon as I saw what his sign was, I was like, we need a picture of this guy.
On that day, that's a Saturday, I was dressed up as a Ninja Turtle. And while I'm sitting there looking, I see this guy walking in my peripherals coming up to me with a big old sign in his hand. And I look up at the sign and I see Die Muty Scum. And he looks at me, he says, it's not really meant for you, but you are a mutant.
So what's number 5 for Jen's?
Jen's number 5 is the Alien.
Yeah.
Now that was a pretty sweet costume. I don't know if a booth owned that costume and was throwing that costume out or anything like that, or if it was just an individual cosplay represent. But he wasn't out that long, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Which that can either signify two things: either one, the costume was very uncomfortable for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Or two, he was hired by a booth and he was only supposed to be there a limited amount of time. So as soon as his time was up, he probably just wanted to get out of there as fast as he could.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 4.
All right, on to number 4. I picked that guy with that crazy battle armor with the horns on top of it.
Yeah,
that costume is sick.
The Reaver. It was an original creation of his.
Is that what he was calling it?
Yeah,
he
called it the Reaver.
He called it the Reaver?
Yeah,
that was a great costume. I mean, he had you could tell he put a lot of work into it. It had kind of like a Sauron look going on to it. I mean, some kind of Lord of the Rings kind of feel going on to it. A whole lot of detail, a lot of leather working. He incorporated real horns into that helmet of his. He got first place in the craftsmanship part of the costume contest.
And he definitely earned it.
Yeah, and I have no problem with that because I mean his costume was pretty.
Insane,
it was pretty banging. It was a badass costume. That's like a costume. That's like a character you see in a video game. League of Legends or something like that. It was pretty badass. Number 4 for Jesse, he put the Predator. Badass costume.
Yeah, we've seen a Predator before, and we're not sure if this is the same guy. It might be, it might not be. We're still up in the air about it. Either way, this costume was very, very nicely done. It's about as close as you can get without actually being in the Hollywood movie itself.
Yeah, definitely.
He put a lot of effort into it. He even had a blade that he could extend to pose for pictures. He had a laser light that turned on for his cannon.
The tri-beams, the tri-beam laser.
I mean, he had the whole deal, and I mean, I honestly could not look at that and tell him how he could make that better, because to me, he nailed it perfectly.
Number 4 for Jen is
Arrow. Yeah,
Arrow.
I really liked his Arrow costume.
That was a good costume.
Really, really close, really spot on for the show Arrow.
Yeah,
It's just-
as far as like
that's how good it
quality,
was.
it was pretty much spot on.
He had real arrows.
Yeah, he had real arrows, which is probably why he didn't want to point one
Yeah.
at his face.
That was a real bow too. So.
Yeah.
What a pussy.
Like,
No, you were the one in danger. What was the problem?
Yeah, and the fact that he looked like the guy made it even
Yep.
better. Okay, so yeah, good costume, really
Yep.
good costume.
Number 3.
All right, on to number 3. I picked the alien. I really liked the alien. I thought it was badass from head to toe. You know, it was crazy seeing that thing. Let's see, number 3 for Jesse. You picked the Reaver.
Yeah,
Reaver guy.
Reaver. For all the reasons stated, no reason to repeat anything said. Great costume, great idea. And it was one of those few costumes that when you see it, it leaves you in a state of awe. Like, you see it and you're like, whoa. And you have to stop and just look at it from head to toe and appreciate everything that he's done, everything that's going on. And you can get that kind of effect out of people, I think you've really got a winning costume on your hands.
Yeah. Number 3 for Jen. You picked, what is it, Planet Hulk? That is a badass freaking costume.
Yeah.
I mean, his metal arm was awesome. I really wish I could figure out how they freaking do that kind of arm thing. That way we can make more costumes that have metal arms.
he's just the guy that.
And that guy's huge, man. That
do
guy's
big
that guy's
guys,
just naturally
big
huge, so he
characters.
has that advantage to be able to do any big character. He did a Colossus before. Hopefully, we'll get to see him do a freaking Juggernaut one day or some shit like that.
Maybe he has done it, we just haven't seen it.
Yeah, huge motherfucker. Awesome costume.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. I picked Predator. I really love Predator. I specifically put him right above Alien too because I like Predator more than I like Alien. So that right there threw in a few extra cool points because they were both really badass costumes, really close. So I like Predator more, so I put him right above it. But Predator was badass. Jesse's number 2, the Jurassic Park group.
Yes. Oh man, the originality always gets major points with me, and in this horrible costume contest that we participated in, I turned around and I saw a group of people, and it took me about half a second to realize they're the cast from Jurassic Park. And as soon as I said that, I was laughing, and I was picking out everything that they had because they had so many props with them. They were carrying a glass of water to represent the shaking water in one scene. Ian Malcolm, he also undid his shirt whenever he laid on the ground for that picture.
Yeah, he had his leg up from when he got his leg hurt.
Yeah, he had. It was so great. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. It was so funny, and that'll stay in my mind forever.
All right, now Jen for her number 2, she picked the Predator.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a really nice guy too.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, because he was standing back there and we're talking with him and what's his name, Odin.
Yeah.
That guy that did it. It was pretty funny. Lots of banter.
Number 1.
All right, now for the number 1s, both all the costumes are pretty much costumes that we've already talked about. Through 1 through 5. That just pretty much shows you that overall these guys had the best costumes of the day.
Mm-hmm.
My number 1, Planet Hulk, badass motherfucker. He was just huge, larger than life. And then both Jen and Jesse, War Machine for the number 1.
Yeah.
There's so much to that costume that probably went into it. All the armor and everything was.
I really wish I could have seen it a lot more, up close. But we got a couple of good pictures of it, so it was still really badass costume. There was one set of costumes. It was an awesome set of Ninja Turtle costumes that I want to make a shout out to that I would have liked to throw on my list, but I think for sure that they were hired by a booth. I don't think it was like actual cosplayers.
Oh, shout out to Shauna if you ever watched it.
Yeah. She'll probably will. She'll watch it.
I'm glad you're here, even in spirit.
Jesse, did you see anybody else dressed up as your character?
2 people were dressed up as Cyclops. There was the
movie
Cyclops,
version. Yeah, movie Cyclops, right?
And then there was another Cyclops wearing the just the black suit. We saw him on the way to the food court, if you remember.
Yeah.
And both of them were actually pretty good. They weren't that bad.
Yeah. Jen, you were Daredevil and Batgirl. Did you see anybody else dressed up as your costumes?
I did not see nor female or male Daredevil. I was the only Daredevil there.
Sweet. Have we ever seen a Daredevil?
I've never seen a Daredevil.
I've never seen.
I got lots of compliments.
You would think you would see it.
Yeah, because he's a pretty popular character.
He's a well-known character.
And everything.
He's a well-known character. His costume is not extremely difficult to put together, even for an amateur. But nobody ever does it.
I actually had several people tell me that they've never seen a Daredevil costume. That's one of their favorite characters.
Yeah.
And they really appreciated my costume, not because it was a female Daredevil, but just because it was Daredevil in general.
It's like, you hear that, people? Stop dressing as a fucking Joker and start dressing as Daredevil.
There you go. You get lots of props. There were a few Batgirls. I think I saw like maybe one or two. One of them was like a lingerie Batgirl. She had like the corset with the tiny little skirt. It wasn't really Batgirl. Didn't count.
But well, I've seen Batgirls before, but there's different versions of Batgirls. You know, I've never seen anybody dressed as your version of Batgirl, the Cassandra Cain one. And then as far as mine, did anybody see any Venoms?
No. There's no Venoms. Shitload of Spider-Mans, no Venoms.
There's always going to be a lot of Spider-Mans. Now, I was a Ninja Turtle. I saw some little kids as Ninja Turtles. Definitely some little kids as Ninja Turtles. Did y'all say y'all saw a group of girls dressed as Ninja Turtles?
I didn't see them, but somebody had told me about it, and I knew about it because...
Yeah, a stranger told us.
Yeah, a stranger told us about it.
Because I think I've actually found a picture of them online.
Yeah.
They were kind of weird looking Ninja Turtles, but yeah, I think I had actually found a picture of them. And then of course there was those movie quality costumes. Those were freaking insane. And then the last day I had Green Lantern. Now, I saw several Green Lanterns, but I've never ever seen anybody dressed as the Green Lantern than I was. Mine is specifically Kyle Rayner, Parallax. Never see that. Okay, so far, any costumes that y'all are wanting to do or have plans on doing, Jesse?
Right now, I'm leaning towards, for the next con, I want to do two different ones. I want to do Black Bolt, and I want to do Marvel Now Cyclops. Those are both costumes that aren't too terribly difficult to have created. They're also, about the same level of comfort to wear.
Comfortable.
Just suits.
Jen?
I know you talked about some stuff that you want to do, that you want me to do for you. There's the Rex.
The Metal Gear.
Rex.
I'm thinking
that sounds really cool to me.
Yeah, I have big plans on making an awesome Metal Gear Rex.
To go with yours.
I don't know if I can pull it off or not, but that is one thing that I'm trying to gear myself toward, is pulling off a Metal Gear Rex for sure.
Yeah. There's one in particular that I keep thinking about that I want to do, and I know Adam resents it because it's an anime character, but I really want to do it because it's one of the only anime cartoons and comic mangas that I've actually read, and it's a Claymore. I really want to do a Claymore costume. I think it'd be really cool. I've never seen one.
What's the name of the person?
That's the name of like the group of girls.
Yeah.
They're called Claymores.
I'd like to make a Gray Fox costume. Gray Fox, the cyborg ninja. That would be a really fun one. I would really like to make a Spider Carnage costume. I have that toy, and I would really like to make that come to life. What's our next stop? Wizard World,
San Antonio. In August.
Hopefully try to win the costume contest there.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be making more of these relatively soon.
Yeah, definitely. If there's anything that you would like us to talk about or try to get footage of at any cons, throw out suggestions, advice, criticism. There's nothing wrong with criticism.
Lots of criticism.
Yeah, criticism. Criticize this person right here and this person right here, but not me right here because I got these guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also be sure to follow our YouTube channel for a chance at a live shout out.